Once upon a time. Once upon a time, there was a street dog named Tommy. Tommy had no home, no family, and no one to take care of him. He spent his days wandering the streets of the city, searching for food and shelter. Tommy had learned to fend for himself, and he had developed a keen sense of survival. He knew which alleyways were safe to sleep in, and which restaurants threw out the best scraps of food. He was a scrappy little dog, with a heart full of determination. One day, Tommy was wandering through the city when he stumbled upon a group of children playing in the park. They were throwing a frisbee back and forth, and Tommy watched from a distance, intrigued. He had never seen a frisbee before, but it looked like so much fun. Without thinking, Tommy ran up to the children and grabbed the frisbee in his mouth. The children were surprised at first, but then they started to laugh and playfully chased Tommy around the park. Tommy had never felt such joy in his life. For a brief moment, he forgot that he was a street dog and just enjoyed being a part of the group. When the children had to leave, Tommy watched them go, feeling a twinge of sadness. But then something amazing happened. One of the children turned back and said, "Hey, Tommy, do you want to come home with us?" Tommy couldn't believe it. Was this really happening? He looked at the child, then at the frisbee in his mouth, then back at the child. Without hesitation, he dropped the frisbee and followed the children out of the park. The children's parents were hesitant at first, but they could see how much the kids loved Tommy. They agreed to take him in and give him a home. Tommy was overjoyed. He had a warm bed to sleep in, plenty of food to eat, and most importantly, he had a family who loved him. He never forgot his days on the street, but he knew that he had found his true home with the children who had taken him in. And so, Tommy lived the rest of his days as a happy, beloved pet. He had finally found a place to belong, and he knew that he would never have to wander the streets alone again.